Welcome to the Courage to Be podcast with Tanya Vasallo. Before we get into this episode, I want to share with you that I'm on a mission to close the gender gap in the podcasting world so that more and more women's voices are heard. If you feel that this is something you value too, then please rate, review, and share the podcast. And in exchange, and as my way to say thank you to you, I want to give you free access to my signature course called Manifesting Abundance, which typically sells for $997. All you have to do to gain access is leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, take a snapshot of it, and send it to help.thecouragetobe@gmail.com, and we'll get you set up with access to the course. Welcome back to the Courage to Be, where we have powerful conversations to transform your life and your business. And today we have an amazing mentor of mine, friend, colleague, teacher. You are everything. Laura Sprinkle, welcome.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I've been wanting to get you on here and have you share with us a little bit of your story and what it is that you do. What's your journey been like, and what do you do for a living?
Ooh, love it. So my journey, it's funny. Normally I don't start here, but I feel like my journey really is back to childhood. And like my favorite thing to do in class was to talk to people and to make friends and to have fun together. And I think that the education system kind of beat that out of me a little bit for a short period of time. And so it's interesting looking back at the threads and that's what I get to do now with my life is like I make friends for a living, right? And I get to make friends and connect them to other people because I work in all things affiliates. And you talked about, you know, conversations with people who do things in life and in business. And I've just found that being able to create ecosystems of wealth and be able to share referrals with friends and to have them share them with me just makes everything in life much more fun and reminds me of the interconnectedness of the world that we live in.
So let's dive deeper for people that have never even heard of what affiliates are. Like, what does an affiliate do?
Yeah, for sure. So, in the work context, I got started in the online course world actually through the lens of gut health. So, I had some gut health issues, went online, found some teachers, learned about gut health, and just fell in love with the world of like online courses and creators and programs and personal development and all things I know that you're also super interested in, Tanya, as us personal development nerds are. And through that, I discovered the world of affiliates. So, when you have an incredible offer, an incredible program, product, service, you really have three ways to reach more people. You can either like create content and reach people one to one, right? Like I can go and talk to my customers. I could also pay to like for attention in the attention economy with ads. Like I can pay Meta, I can pay Google to get more eyeballs on my work, or I could pay my friends and my community. And so that is the world of affiliates and referrals. So we create special links so that we can track who is sending traffic our way. And then, like, if you were promoting my platform, Tanya, and you had a special link, which you will, you could say, hey, go use Rootable. It's awesome. I vouch for it, or whatever the program or product or service you're using, you have a special link. And when somebody purchases through that link, you get rewarded with a commission. So again, it's a way to reach more people through paying your friends, colleagues, community rather than Mark Zuckerberg.
I love that premise of making money through friends and paying friends, and colleagues or people that you know. But obviously, you didn't just sit down and be like, I'm going to go into affiliate world. You said you started with the course creation world and gut health. How does someone end up in the affiliate world? And can you make good money for anyone that's never done affiliates, like, well, really, am I going to make that much money if I just tell someone to come and join whatever product or service that you like, because a lot of products and services do have affiliates. But how did you fall into this world? Because I know you just didn't sit down and like, I'm gonna be an affiliate marketer or something.
No, not at all. So I mentioned I was in the gut health space. And so I had a course, I wrote a book called She's Got Guts. And in that, a lot of people would ask me what probiotics they should use because I talked a lot about probiotics in that business. And I got connected to who is now a dear friend, Kate Northrup, who was a big part of USANA. So USANA is a network marketing company that sells vitamins, including probiotics. So I got connected to her. And at the time, I didn't really piece together that part of that was affiliate marketing. Now, network marketing and affiliate marketing are different things, but that was sort of my first foray into like talking about a product that was somebody else's and getting paid to promote it. So that was the first foray. But when I left the health side of things, because I realized like I only studied this because I wanted to heal my own gut. I didn't, that wasn't like my passion was telling people what to eat. I actually don't care what you eat as long as you're happy with it. Once I left that world, I got into the world of courses, and it was through a woman named Selena Sue who had an awesome course, and I was helping her launch and get the course out there. That then I discovered the world of affiliates for courses. So I was her launch manager, like really the project manager for the whole launch, right? So I was looking at, okay, when are we doing the webinar? What are the emails that need to be sent out? Are we testing everything? Who are the team members that are writing and scheduling and sending? Like I was managing and orchestrating that whole process. And I got to know her launch really well. So they invited me to be the affiliate manager the next time because they were going from a handful of affiliates to 200. They were going to have 200 course creators promote, and they wanted somebody dedicated to helping those affiliates. And at the time, I didn't really know what that meant, but I was like, I love people. I love sales. Let's go. Let's do it. And yeah, we were super duper successful. We had our first $1 million launch with those affiliates and getting to strategize with them, support them. I just fell in love with the whole process. And that was about nine, I don't math, what is math? But like 9 years ago. And I just like have fallen more and more in love with it. So it was definitely a like, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back. And looking back, I was always interested in people and systems and strategy. And it just kind of, it's those beautiful invitations you can't see coming.
Wow. So this is wonderful. I can't even imagine. So from the first launch, she had how many people helping her promote it or, giving them a commission to promote the course to then over 200? How many were in the first round?
Yeah. So I think the first round, I believe it was 17. That might be an exaggeration. That wasn't my side of the launch at that time, but I think it was about 17. And then the second time, we had nearly 200, so just under 200 affiliates. So I did over 100 one-on-one, or Selena was there often too, but like two-on-one strategy calls in the span of like 3 months and just learned so much.
And then would you talk with the people just to see if they were a fit, if they were interested? Like what were the promises? Like how I'm just trying to see from the perspective of someone that's listening, like, ooh, I could promote something for someone else, like,
Oh yeah, you had asked about the like revenue potential.
yes.
Yeah. So when we were strategizing, these folks, and I know we're going to talk about like the framework because there's different phases within an affiliate promotion. So when I talk about a strategy session, that's really an activation. So we talk about attracting the right fit people to promote, activating them, and then they actually promote, and that's amplify. So these folks were already a yes. They had already signed up, they had already gotten their link, or I had sent them their link, and this was us really mapping out their promo. And I would say that there are different levels to being an affiliate, right? There's definitely more passive opportunities where if you really love a tool or a product, you could just be like create a resource page on online and kind of just send people there to all the time, right? It's just like sort of this trickle of money that comes in. Or you can really take it seriously and you can say, I'm going to promote as if this were my own product and I'm going to go all in on this launch. So we had a handful of affiliates in different capacities, but I mean, I've worked with probably the number one affiliate I've worked with was making about $1 million in affiliate commissions per year. So like they took that very, very seriously and it was a huge business. Whereas others, it could be six figures in affiliate commission. It could be, oh, an extra 10K for my family to take a trip. It could be, oh, this is my, it's one grocery bill a month if I just promote this thing that I care about and I don't have to deliver it on the back end. So there's definitely all different levels, but the revenue potential is quite large.
And yes, share with us, how would someone start getting into affiliate marketing, right? Is that what we would call it? Which is different, like you said before, from network marketing for anyone that's listening that's like activated, like, oh my God, I'm allergic to the term network marketing. It's different. Can we make that distinction, Laura? Because I think network marketing has some affiliate marketing within it, but they are two different things. Could you
Yeah.
make that distinction for us, please?
Definitely. Yeah, that comes up. Actually, it didn't come up for a long time, and then recently it's been coming up for people. So, in affiliate marketing, you are promoting an actual product, right? It doesn't have to be a physical product, but there is a tangible product that you are sharing with people and getting a commission when they buy, when that thing is delivered. So, whether that's a course or a service or a physical product, you're promoting an actual thing. Network marketing, there is an element, or there can be an element of affiliates where you're getting a commission based on, sales of a specific product. But the reason why network marketing is different is the actual promotion is not of the product, it's of the business opportunity. So rather than selling the actual, in USANA's case, vitamins, I was encouraged to sell the opportunity to sell vitamins, which is very different. And it's much, yeah, so it's just like, people talk about it not being a pyramid scheme. It might not be like in the traditional sense, a pyramid scheme. And I actually don't have anything in particular against network marketing myself, but it does end up looking like a pyramid. And the way that you really make money is by promoting to other people that they can make money. And it's just like this never ending cycle. Whereas affiliates, it's like, I love this thing, you buy this thing, I get a percentage. Everybody wins.
It's almost cleaner in that sense. And I love how you just said a win-win. Because when I did your course with Rock Your Affiliates, that was something that stood out for me. It's a win-win-win. You had four wins in there, right? Can you
I
share
did.
with us the why it's a win-win-win-win for everyone?
Totally. And sometimes there's a fifth win too. So I'll share that. But so I like to say there's a quadruple win. So you, as the business owner, you get to win because you get to reach more people with your important work. The affiliate gets to win because they get to be that connector. It's so fun to share something that people are really going to enjoy and get rewarded for it without needing to go create it or deliver it. The customer gets to win because they're connected to things that are really valuable for them. Like, I love being like, hey, who has a great copywriter for me? And being connected to a referral for copywriting. So I love the offers that come my way. And then sometimes in certain scenarios, you actually get a bonus for no extra money for signing up through an affiliate for something. If you use an affiliate link and that affiliate's offering a special bonus. And then I like to say that the world wins because all of the offers that have come through Rock Your Affiliate program or that are on Rootable right now, like they're not selling crap. They're selling really good, amazing stuff. So I think about the ripple effect of, for you when you're talking about money mentality and money miracles, like if everybody that I knew experienced money miracles in their life, like the world would be a better place, right? And so just thinking about that ripple as your affiliates are sharing. And then the fifth win that I mentioned is I realized too that like actually affiliate management. So the person who is managing everything also gets to win because what an incredible career that I had as an affiliate manager. So, anyway, it's just like wins all around.
I love it. And I love that you're looking at it from that perspective. Let's take a quick pause and we'll be right back. Hi there, I have something really cool for you. I want to give you free access to my signature course called Manifesting Abundance, which typically sells for $997. You can check out all the details in the show notes. All you have to do to gain access is leave me a review on Apple Podcast, take a snapshot of it, and send it to help.thecouragetobe@gmail.com, and we'll get you set up with access to the course. You can also find other free goodies in the show notes. Go check them out. So we were talking about the quadruple wins and a possible fifth win, for whoever's overlooking it. Talk to us about Rootable. You had just mentioned Rootable. What is Rootable all about?
Oh, Rootable is my baby. I was at a little mastermind retreat last week, and they were talking about Michelangelo's David and how sculptors, like, they're not building a sculpture like from the bottom up, right? Like Michelangelo didn't like take some clay and like make the feet and then make the legs. No, it was like this big block and he's chipping away, right? Everything that's not David. And I say all that to say, Rootable is my David for sure. Because just everything that I've learned and experienced, I've like poured into this block, if you will, or I guess I've put in the compost into this soil and sprouting Rootable. So there's so many metaphors I could use here, and I'm not even explaining what it is, but Rootable is a tech. So it is an affiliate tracking platform, but it's specifically designed for course and community creators, folks like us who have thought leadership, who have values driven businesses, and who want to tap into the power of affiliates. Our number one goal is to make it as easy as possible for affiliates to share, get proper attribution, make sure everything is tracked properly, and get paid. So, like, our lens is just like, how can we help affiliates win the most? Because when affiliates win, the businesses win, we win, right? It's like the winning again continues. So, everything I wish that had existed, like when I had my agency and when I was doing affiliate management, and just like all my thought leadership around affiliate program growth, like I'm just pouring into Rootable.
So who would be like your ideal client? Like who comes to Rootable? Is it someone that has a course that they're wanting to promote? And walk us through what that would look like being part of Rootable. Like, are you doing all this stuff for them and they just get a check in the mail? Or are they, do they have to upload their course? Do they have to, like, what does it look like? Like, take us from scratch.
Yeah, perfect. So the ideal businesses that come to Rootable, I mean, you can join Rootable like with two different types of accounts, but the folks who are coming to Rootable and saying, I want to put my course on here are the course creators or communities. So we integrate with any payments taken through Stripe. So if they're using a Thrivecart or a Kajabi, as long as their payments are ultimately going through Stripe, we can integrate. So we don't replace your platforms, we just extend the capabilities. So you would keep your course on Kajabi, you would keep your community on Mighty Networks, for example. We have an integration with Mighty Networks. So you've got an awesome product, an awesome offer, and you want to reach more people now, or you want to help your current customers or current community promote and make money while you make more money too. So you come to Rootable, we meet with you, we get all the tech set up, and then we can help you create a campaign. So a campaign in Rootable, you would have your commission filters. So you would say, okay, for this product, we want to do this commission, for this product, this commission. We would have your affiliates be able to join you, and they would have this beautiful portal where they can see all their information. So they can grab their links, they can see how many leads they've sent to your webinar, they can see how many sales they've made, they can connect their bank account and get paid. And so we just set everything up in this beautiful portal for you. I mean, we've got different tiers and levels as a business owner. You can get like the tracking and the portal, you can get training, you can get, VIP intensives with strategy sessions. But so that's what we do on the business side. And then as an affiliate, you can come on board, and in the future, you're going to be able to like search for different courses that you might want to promote, different creators you want to connect with as we build out our network side.
Wow, that's fascinating. And Rootable just started this year, right?
It started, so we had our first launch using Rootable in like March 2024. So it has not been very long, but I think we've already tracked, we're just under 5 million in affiliate revenue tracked, which is so exciting.
That is congratulations. And let's look at this from the other side too, of someone, so people can come to Rootable if they already have courses and things that they can sell. Could people come to Rootable that don't have any courses, but they want to sell or promote courses from other people, or
So
not
that is
yet?
So not yet, but that is coming within our network capabilities. You'll be able to create your own profile as an affiliate. Currently, like as of what are we, February 2025? February 2025, the only way to become an affiliate on the platform is through a specific campaign. So like if you have your course on Rootable and you invite 50 affiliates, they create their profiles. But coming, toward the I don't want to put any timeline on here, but coming later this year, hopefully, everybody fingers crossed, we're going to have more of a network capability. So you'll be able to create your profile as an affiliate, check out different offers, and connect with the creators of those offers and earn commission by sharing.
Wow, that's fascinating. To me, it's just interesting to start learning more and more about the affiliate world, because like when you're throwing out these numbers, like 5 million, or like where you were saying before, that some people can make $1 million launch, whereas others are like, no, it's a six figure, and others it's just like a side hustle, or it pays for my groceries. What would you say to someone that's just beginning and that is you've piqued their curiosity by listening here?
Who wants to earn
Get
earn
started with affiliate. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say make a list of all of the things that you use and love. Make a list of the books you love, the people you love to learn from, the courses, the products. Just make a list and see if you can see any themes. And then I want you to think about how could you incorporate promotion of those things into your everyday life. So if you're already posting on social media, can you, review products? Can you talk about the things that you love? If you have a blog, can you talk about those things? If you've got a podcast, can you mention them? If you have a website, can you have a resources page of some kind? And then really like go sign up for those affiliate programs. And you're going to start to see, okay, like, these programs don't pay very much, or these other programs, or they don't have a program or something, but you can really start to like hone in and think about the things that are complementary to your life that you're already using and loving. And I will say, like, if you are someone who does want to make six figures, seven figures by being an affiliate, you are going to need to create an audience. So I would definitely, actually, this is for everybody. I would say go start an email list. Whether you have a business or you want to be an affiliate, go create an email list because that's going to be your best bet for promoting.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Can we just make a little bit like dive into the importance of an email list? I remember Holly Homer, I can't remember her episode, but if you haven't listened to Holly's episode, she started a mom's blog, and but then she grew it like ridiculous because she started before the blogging world started. But I want to hear from your voice, Laura, like the importance of having an email list versus I have 50,000 followers on social media. Please share with us why that's important.
Yeah, I mean, And I'm speaking to myself right now too. So I've been in business about a decade and I was doing like high ticket, high touch agency work. So I really didn't, quote, need to focus on my email list. And I grew a list, but it's quite small comparatively for the size of business that I have. And, now I'm really kicking myself because I'm going into a different business model. And I wish that I had spent the last 10 years really focused a lot more on building my email list because I can see I have the data from so many big companies and both for the companies themselves and for their affiliates. And the affiliates who do the best for sure are sending emails. They're either sending emails or if they have a very small audience, they're using personal outreach. So they're calling up their friends, they're DMing, they're Instagramming. But the folks who have really large followings on social media, I heard a story recently about like Justin Bieber promoted something on social media. He has millions. I don't know how many millions, but he has millions of followers on Instagram. And oh, it was a book he was promoting. And you know how many sales he made?
How many?
3.
No.
Yeah.
This is fascinating, and I love that we're having the conversation here. And I appreciate your honesty and vulnerability of sharing because you could have kept it quiet and been like, well, they don't need to know that I have a smaller list. But by you sharing that, it takes a little bit of the shame away from anyone that might be like, oh my God, yes, I've been in business and I never focused on that, or I was so focused on social media. So I really do appreciate you sharing this. But it's interesting because even with the podcast, I'm wanting to do a different strategy because I post the reels on the different platforms, but it's really hard to get people off the platforms. And I don't have a following anywhere close to Justin Bieber, but it just goes to prove to you that people are on social media and especially on accounts like that they're like, let me keep on scrolling. That's awesome. He has a book. Maybe I'll go back. I'll get to it later or whatever. And later never happens. So it's an interesting anecdote that you just mentioned, with Justin Bieber and really rethinking how we want to connect with other people and sharing those things that we really love, of the products and services that we love and to pay attention to email list. Yeah, I find it fascinating that you're saying that the ones that do the best either have an email list or they've done personal outreach. Have there been any tips or tricks that you can give us from, people that have converted really good with affiliates, like getting up there on leaderboards, when they're, because there's some launches that have leaderboards and stuff for anyone that's listening, like, well, what is she talking about? Yes, they might have prizes and different things for affiliates, but what have been some of the tips and tricks of selling, and helping promote other people's products and services? Do you think it's that one-on-one touch or smaller email list?
Great question. I do actually just want to say one more thing about the social. So with ManyChat, I would say that that's something that I would look into for building your email list. If you've got a large following on social, that can be helpful to like convert people over from social into an email list, or that can be helpful for promoting something. It's when somebody, like if you've ever seen those posts that people will be like, comment the word guts and you're gonna, and then I'll DM you. And that's an automated process. So if you are going to use social, I would recommend something like that. Now I lost. Oh, you were asking about tips for making more sales. I would say for the leaderboards, there's definitely a correlation between audience size, but it's not the biggest factor. I would say audience size, but also like connection between your audience and what the thing you're promoting is. Like if you know, I'm just going to use a terrible analogy here, but like, let's say that you only talk about cats, right? You're just like cats, 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 cats. And then the day of a product launch, you're like, oh, this is a great dog collar. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be like, what? You don't really talk about cats. Why are we talking about dogs? But let's say that you do talk about cats. You're like, cats, 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 cats. And then you're like, more leading up to it, you're like, hey, we're actually animal lovers. We also love dogs. Who here has dogs and cats? And you kind of like create this like mini audience within your audience of dog and cat lovers, not the people who are like, I am pure cat, no dogs. What a strange metaphor I'm going down, but I don't even know if it's a metaphor or analogy. I need to learn the difference. But in that case, you're going to have a solid group of people to sell these dog collars, right? So you just want to like have that congruence between what you're doing. Make sure that it's not out of the blue. Yeah, email list, complimentary offer, like congruence, talking it up, making sure you're planting seeds, continuing to talk about it. So like it works really well if it's something that's just like on your calendar every year so that you can like continually, use it or promote it as if it's your own launch. And then if you do have a smaller audience, I would use personal outreach. So like as you're thinking about the offer, if you've gone through the offer or if you're going to go through the offer yourself, if you're going to use it or if you use it and love it, write down all your true stories about it and then write down a list of like, oh my gosh, if I could, I'm going to use an event, for example, if I could go to this event with these 50 people, that would be amazing. I'm going to send them a quick note and be like, I was just looking at this event page and I thought of you. I think you would love it. So definitely personal outreach. It has helped people get on the leaderboard that you wouldn't think like from audience size would be there.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you for these tips, Laura. And where can people find you right now and be part of your community?
Yeah, I would say go to rootable.com, ROOTABL.com. Although we'll probably have a special link. So let's make it up right now. Do you want to just slash, what do we got going on? Rootable slash
Courage.
what? Slash
The
courage.
courage.
Okay.
We'll put it,
ROOTABL.com/courage.
we'll put it in the show notes too.
Amazing.
And I like asking this question as we're wrapping up the episode. What would you say to our listeners to be able to live a life with more courage?
I would say what's coming through right now, and as you know, Tanya, this is particularly poignant for me at this very moment. I would say to look back at your life and look at some of your biggest mistakes. And the reason I would do that is when you look back at those mistakes, look at whatever lesson you learned, look at whatever, like how it helped you grow, look at whatever you did to turn it around and realize like the resilience that you've built up. Also realize like you're still freaking here. Like, you fell on your face and it hurt and but like you got back up and you're still here. I'm definitely in a moment of that right now and like just realizing that I'm a new person and I'm giving myself grace in all of those mistakes, but I can also move forward really powerfully and have even more courage going after my dreams moving forward because I know that I've survived my past.
Oh my God, I love that. It just goes hand in hand of like failing every day. Like I look at my daughter and it's like, what did you fail at today? What went wrong? Because if you can look at it like you're saying and looking for those lessons that you can learn from it. Because if you walk away and you're not learning anything from it, then you're not going to grow. But that was beautifully said. Thank you for sharing that, Laura. I appreciate it. And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Hi there. I have something really cool for you. I want to give you free access to my signature course called Manifesting Abundance, which typically sells for $997. You can check out all the details in the show notes, and all you have to do to gain access is leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, take a snapshot of it, and send it to help.thecouragetobe@gmail.com, and we'll get you set up with access to the course.